Chairman. Thank you, members of this committee, for putting this bill on today's agenda. My name is Alex Kompothocras. I'm a member of the Florida Bar and an honorary board member of the Autism Society of Florida, and I fully support Florida law enforcement officers. But most importantly, I'm here today as a big brother to my two younger siblings who have autism that are now adults. I'm also here on behalf of the others in the autism community that have had interactions with law enforcement officers that sadly escalated due to lack of officer training and lack of positive interactions before an emergency situation arose. Last year, I was asked to help a young man with autism who had been arrested during a routine traffic stop with his father in Holmes Beach, Florida. Unfortunately, by the time I was asked to help, Francisco had been held in general population in Manatee County for weeks, away from his family, away from his routine, away from his support system, and was incarcerated with actual criminals. During his arrest encounter, he became overstimulated, which is typical for those on this spectrum, which resulted in him being tossed on the ground and tased 7 times. While he was incarcerated, he was also sexually assaulted and suffers severe PTSD from these incidents. While his taser scars across his chest and his back will likely fade away, the level of PTSD that this young man suffers from and his family likely will not. I can say this with confidence that the officer in-person training in this bill is crucial. Why? Because after I bailed this young man out, I got to meet him, and within 20 seconds, I could tell he was on the spectrum. Why? Because as the oldest with 2 younger siblings with autism, I've also interacted with hundreds, if not thousands, of other kids and adults on the spectrum. And it's one of those things where you cannot just take a e-learning class like I did my last year in law school. I'm a 2020 graduate. I did a lot of that. But it's something that you have to roll up your sleeves. Everyone is different, just like all of us. So are those on the spectrum. You can't categorize them as high functioning. They might be able to talk to you and answer questions, but they cannot comprehend the question that they're being asked. So the in-person officer training is beneficial for those on the spectrum, and also our law enforcement officers. We feel like we have an obligation to equip them with the skills and training that they rightfully deserve as well. Thank you.
Thanks for coming.